An Unbreakable Dream. In a place far away from the city, there is a little school in which poverty is common, and the people's sadness is covered by their hope of their children's success. Despite all the economic difficulties that in this countryside people face, there were many good things to say about it. Among the good things that could be appreciated there, for example, the hard-working people, the beautiful sunrises that among the voices of the inhabitants gave people the good morning, and the sunset that painted in the sky several nuances that were combined with the thickness of the forest that surrounded the small community. In a small family, there was a little girl with big and black eyes, long and black hair, and a big and beautiful smile that matches perfectly with her brown skin tone. Her name was Maria. She lived in a little house with her grandparents. Their house did have electricity, but potable water had to share with 4 families more. Maria's grandparents were always looking after her, since her parents died in a fatal car accident a couple years ago. There were many memories that this little girl frequently had, and no matter what she did, her memories were so hard for her and her grandparents. No more family could take care of her, just this action couple. The school was 1 kilometer far from Maria's home. Every day, her grandpa Don Aquino, an aged man that could not walk properly because of his arthritis, used to walk with her and have a conversation about her future. Don Aquino always encouraged her to study. He said,
"The school will accompany you through life. You might have not had a big car or expensive dress, but stand up wherever you go."
he used to tell her that he wanted her to become a teacher from the little school. And as Don Aquino's dream, she wished to become a teacher too. That year, something called the attention of the entire neighborhood. A new teacher would arrive to the school. Maria and her grandparents were excited to the news. Not many people visited this community. The new professor's name was José Quilizapa. He had been hired to teach 5th grade at Jorge Lardez School. The new professor was a single 35 years old man. He had been past studying his entire life, and this was his second job as a teacher to a public school. He, as the same as his students, were excited for the classes. He was a different teacher that the students used to meet. At that time, the planet was going through a crisis of a pandemic disease with special protection measures due to its easy transmission. For that reason, the local government decided to donate to the school the internet service for the students and a computer for the classes that would be virtual from now on. It would be challenging because it would be a new way of learning for the grandparents and Maria in her 6th grade. On her first day of school, Maria came home and addressed to her grandparents.
"Look, grandparents, my computer has my modem with Wi-Fi."
"What babosadas are you talking about?"
Replied the grandparents. They were confused, not by the computer but by the Wi-Fi. The next day would be the first day of classes at around 8 in the morning with the teacher José Quilizapa, so the house would become her new classroom. The pooch was barking and the cows were bellowing.
"Grandpa, you had to give these animals their tar to shut up because I won't listen to my class on the computer and it's almost 8 o'clock.
Said Maria.
"I am going right now,"
Grandpa said. Suddenly the grandfather entered and took a cup of coffee. Then he observed his granddaughter and eyed.
"What's wrong with you?"
Grandpa asked her.
"Grandpa, I can enter to my class in classroom. I don't know what this thing has, that the monitor doesn't turn on,"
said Maria. Grandpa knew a little about electricity and answered,
Daughter, check the cables that are connected because I don't know about this machine anything. Maybe the dog or the cat moves something.
said the grandfather, using his common sense effectively.
Thanks, grandfather. Look that the dog is lying on the cable, and the monitor did not turn on. She.
Shuddered Maria. Months went like a journey every day to classes, in which the grandfather knew little about technology, but the love was great for Maria, who supported them day and night. Finally, the first semester of the year came, and the famous exams too. Maria was very nervous. Her effort and dedication had been incredible for being one of the best students, and the date of the first exam came.
Grandpa, one day I will be a teacher, and I will buy you a car, and all the best for you.
Said Maria.
Oh, my princess. Don't worry about this old man. My happiness is that you achieve your dreams.
Said old Aquino.
It's almost 8 o'clock, Grandpa, and I will start my first exam with only 10 minutes left.
At first nervous Maria. Bump! A knock on the table was heard.
What happens?
Said old Aquino.
Grandpa, look, I don't have an internet connection.
Yelled Maria. Rapidly the environment turned into a throwing of things here and there. They ran from one place to another, while the dog and the cat were scored and nobody could identify the failure of the internet, because now the monitor was working. The modem had electricity and internet signal.
Grandpa, there are only 5 minutes left to start my exam. What do I do?
Keep checking all the buttons on the little thing. Mija, look. It's going to make me patatus for all this.
Said the old man Aquino.
I feel like I'm the one who's going to die.
Said Maria worriedly.
Check the cables and light bulbs that are working.
Grandpa said again.
Grandpa, yeah, I found it. I have turned off the wireless access of my computer. What a relief.
Said Maria. Maria, sure that she should not have any more setbacks, was about to enter and take her online exam. However, she was very wrong because her computer, despite being new, stopped working, turned off, and did not turn on again. Old Aquino saw how her very sad granddaughter were crying constantly to her bed. He felt a pain in his old heart because he could not help his granddaughter in anything. Maria would tell her grandfather the next day that she no longer wanted to study because she could not even receive classes, much less take a conscious test that she would lose the school year. Weeks later, the teacher noticed Maria's absence. It was easy to notice her absence because she always participated in the classes, and he did not hesitate to find out what she had passed. The teacher sent her emails, but they were never answered until students close to Maria told him what happened to her. The teacher decided to go to visit her and to give her good news in the school. Upon hearing of the case, would help her by providing the necessary resources for her to continue her studies and not miss the school year. In that way, joy and happiness were drawn on Maria's face when she received a new HP brand computer from her school, which also included a printer and many useful accessories to complete her long-awaited school year.
Grandpa, how beautiful my compo is.
Maria said.
No, you must take good care of it.
Answered old Aquino. And so, the girl and her grandparents were smiling and began to sing and dance. It was all thanks to the help of the teacher, who did not hesitate to visit her and witnessed the girl's need. Her teacher kindly allowed her to take the final exams online, and the girl, as was customary, obtained the best grades among all her classmates. Finally, the teachers announced to his students a last virtual meeting to report the performance of each of them. Mr. Quilizada said that Maria got first place in sixth grade. All her classmates were excited to know that Maria had been able to take her final exams and obtain that well-deserved award. Everyone looked at her with affection and friendship. Her grandparents were proud to see their beloved granddaughter finish the school year, and along with it, continue to advance towards her goal of becoming a teacher at Jorge Lardet School. From time to time, Maria shows a small smile. Since then, her grandfather Aquino called her my future teacher.